Now let's talk about making money for a few minutes. You know, one of the cool things about the way we do stuff is we have three simple but straightforward and powerful ways to earn income. One is we can personally produce, and I remember that's what I had when I started. Didn't have a team, wasn't making overrides, got out there part-time. Actually, had some success. Had 23 sales my first month, and after getting licensed, and I made just such great part-time income. It's like 3 times my full-time income, which is both a statement how excited I was about that and how poor my full-time income was. But I was able to triple it just with my personal production. But we started recruiting too, and I remember, you know, then the first few guys getting licensed, and we field trained them already, and they went out and wrote some business. And I remember my first override. I'd never had an override before. You know, I'd never had somebody go and do something and I wasn't there and make income from that. But this is, I'm going to use the word again, this is kind of an exhilarating thing when it happened. You're going to probably think I sound like I'm silly, but the reality is my first override was, I don't know, $84 or something like that. But it was $84 that I'd never had before, where I hadn't had to be there, work the hours, or in this case early on, sell the product myself, turn in their override. Well, then we ended up with 8 licensed people, and then 22 licensed people, and 30 licensed people, and all of a sudden I was earning, you know, 5 figures a month. And I've been stunned by this. This happened in my first year after licensing. You know, and because we got, and still out field training and personal producing, you know, but now the overrides were coming in. We continued to personal recruit and field training. And so we got wider and wider, and we had more and more people working and building their own businesses, and I was overriding them too. And it just continued to grow. We had to work at it. It didn't. Sometimes people try to explain and say, "Oh, you get a few people, and then they get a few people. It just goes on without you." That's a lie. I almost said another word. That's a lie. It is not. You got to work at this. You got to develop people. You got to communicate with them. You got to train them. You got to support them. You got to get them through the tough times, and you got to learn to deal with fact. Some people will quit on it, and you got to get some more and train them, and that's what leadership's all about. But the reality is, when you take your production, your field training, and you add to that the overrides, and then you pick up the third area of our industry, which is a continuing income stream. There's a residual income, comes from renewals on insurance products, trails and stuff on securities products, and assets, and the money you continue to earn from assets under management. And this thing turns out to be a pretty wonderful thing. I was in a home of somebody 2 nights ago, and this guy's been doing what he's been doing for a long time, and he said to me, you know, I really would entertain the thought of doing something. And this guy's in his 60s, right? Around my age. I'd really like to do something different from what I've been doing. You know, and I said, well, we're going to have a serious conversation about that. You know, and I talked to him about what he'd have to do to get a good little bit, get a business going, and to get some consistent income coming from a continuing income stream, and that caused his eyes to light up. He liked that thought. You know, and so I love how we earn in our industry, and I love the power of it. And when you combine these 3 things, that's why you've got so many 6-figure earners, and why you've got so many 7-figure earners in our company, and why we've got multiple 7-figure earners. I promise you couldn't personally produce it that way unless you were like an absolute once-in-a-generation freak of a lifetime, you know. But when you take all 3 of these, we really got a chance to win.